Hello and welcome to L.O.P with Kyra Sarge. On today's episode, our topic will be what's really holding you back from living your best life. There's 3 things that's holding you back. Number 1, you. Number 2, you. Number 3, you, boo. At the end of the day, we hold ourselves back from our greater good. No matter how you want to put it, no matter who you want to blame it on, at the end of the day, it's you. I think we as individuals have to start accepting the accountability for the things that we do in our lives that put us in places where we necessarily don't want to be. So at the end of the day, you have to put things in perspective. If something's happening to you that you don't like, 9 times out of 10, it's because you let it happen. I mean, having the insight to be able to see the things before they happen is something that we are all gifted with. And guess what it's called? Intuition. Yes. So sometimes you gotta let your intuition lead you versus second guessing yourself, not acknowledging red flags when they're present. You know, you just gotta go with your gut feeling sometimes. If your gut tells you that this isn't the right thing to do to get the results in reference to what you want to live your best life, then that's just what you gotta go with. Even if it's difficult, you know, you gotta make it work. I mean, I feel like a lot of people don't accept accountability for the things that happen in their life. They're always looking for someone to blame. And myself included, I did the same thing. It's their fault, it's her fault, it's his fault. Who is the world's fault? I'm in the position that I'm in. But at the end of the day, it's your fault. You have to accept accountability. I mean, even as a child, you know, I think a lot of people grow up and they grow up in unhealthy households and they blame their parents. And yes, granted, your parent is your teacher. Your parent does implement a lot of teaching in your life, but as an adult, it's up to you to read, to gain knowledge of how to deal with the things that you've been through in life and how to change those things for the greater good, and just accept it for what it is and the mistakes that you've made. Accept them, own them, and turn them into a greater good for yourself. Because if you don't, you'll consistently keep going in the same cycle in reference to what you've learned, have kids, and implement those same cycle things into them. Because that's all you know, because you haven't expanded your mind to learn anything and become more knowledgeable about what you really should be doing in your life to live your best life. So you have to start accepting accountability. And another thing is you have to stop self-sabotaging yourself. I mean, it's so crazy to say, but we do it. When we are uncomfortable, we will self-sabotage ourselves. I mean, honestly, I've been wanting to do my YouTube talks for a long time. And guess what? I had every excuse in the book. Oh, I gotta take care of my son. Oh, I got a 2-hour commute. I can't do it. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I ran from it. I was self-sabotaging the thought of even doing it unconsciously by providing excuses, making excuses. And although they were valid, at the end of the day, you make time for what you want. So I think collectively as a unit, we all need to stop self-sabotaging ourselves and start accepting accountability. And once we start doing those things, we'll start living a better life. We'll start living our best life in reference to what we want. It's as simple as that. Personally, I began to read I would go to work on my long commutes. I would listen to books on audio, and I would enlighten myself, and I would put two and two together, and things would start making a lot more sense for me. But some people get stuck in a trance and they don't enlighten themselves. And I'm telling you, dropping this little gem: read, listen to books on audio, expand your knowledge so you can stop self-sabotaging yourself, and so you can start accepting accountability for the things that happen in your life. I mean, a lot of women nowadays, black men, it's a scarcity. A lot of black men are locked up, or they're not educated, and women have a whole lot of excuses and so forth, blah, blah, blah. I mean, myself included. I was looking for a husband, or I wanted a husband, but I was living a hot girl life. So if you in the club and you want a husband, how is that going to add up? How is that really going to work? Because when men are looking for wives, they're not looking for wives in the club. I mean, there are one-off situations where that does happen, but 9 times out of 10, a man who's looking for a wife ain't really trying to have his wife all up in the club shaking a tail feather. So you got to accept accountability for you not aligning yourself with the things you really want in your life. So, I mean, you just got to start adding things up. 1 + 1 = 2. 2 + 2 = 4. You get what I'm saying? So my gem to you all is just, hey, bring it all back around. Focus on you. Get you right. Accept the accountability. And stop self-sabotaging. I know I'm saying it and it may sound a little simple, but it's doable. And I believe you can do it. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of L.O.P with Kyra Sarge. And I hope this little gem that I dropped on you all help you all out. Thanks. Tune into my next episode.